Alrighty, welcome to the video, and this is just going to be a walkthrough guide on how to use this spreadsheet. Hopefully it's not too overwhelming that you need to watch this video, but if you are, here it is. So starting from the top, we have like two options, or two places where you can put person 1 and person 2. As you can see, you can put in however much they're earning per hour, say 35 an hour, hours worked, put that there. You can also insert your holiday or time off work. Just put in the amount of days that you're off, and then it'll automatically calculate your weeks worked. And same thing goes for person 2. You just follow the exact same steps that I had for person 1 in the above. Just follow that same thing. Next, this is if you have like a side business. I have a Etsy shop, you can check it out, link in bio. So you can put in your earning frequency. You can choose either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Then you can put in however much you're earning, or just like a rough average. And then you'll see the monthly income and the annual income. You can see that right there. Don't know why that was spaced out so far. So then you can do that for both person 1 and person 2. As you can see, it's kind of color coded to differentiate the two. Next, we're gonna go and check out the monthly breakdown of your income. As you can see, person 1 and person 2 are separated via the naming scheme and the color. Yeah. For this section, you'll see the gross income for both person 1 and person 2, and the net income after tax, as well as the combined net income. And then you can also see your break-even amount, but we can probably come back to that later and how that's calculated. Next, you have the annual, which is basically the same thing as the monthly, just annualized. Nothing more needs to be said there. Going down, we now have our fixed expenses. So this is where you guys can plan, figure out how much you're gonna delegate to the different fixed expenses that you guys have. So you have rent. You can either choose weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You're obviously gonna do monthly. And then you have groceries, internet, utilities, phone bills, gas, car insurance, Netflix, why not? Tenant insurance. And then you can put in your costs right here in this column, and then your whatever you choose here will basically showcase your monthly and annual costs. And then down here you can see the total per month, as well as the annual amount per year that you guys need to make to more or less meet those expenses. And the next section is the savings. So if you guys are investing, or you're trying to save for emergency funds and whatnot, or you even have like general savings goal, let's say you're trying to save up for a trip, that might be a goal, and you might want to put money towards that. So you might want to put that into your plan and all of your other finances and whatnot. So again, you can choose weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and you can put your costs here. And then it'll more or less show the monthly and yearly. Again, same format as the previous section, monthly, yearly. And you can have this for individually for both person 1 and person 2. And you also have a spot specifically for your retirement. So this will do something with the taxes, but we'll move on from there. Then you can see the combined monthly amount for both person 1 and person 2 for the savings section. Same thing for the annual. Now here's the cool part. You can more or less see your split between your needs, your wants, and your savings. So it's different from you setting like, oh, you have to follow the 50-20-30 rule, or however you say that. You put in your amount that you're earning for both person 1 and person 2, and then you put in your fixed expenses and your savings and whatnot, and then it will show you the percentage that's going towards those different categories. Now if we scroll up, we can see this section right here. This section is where you can just have like a overview of your finances and whatnot. So as you can see, we have our combined net income after tax, we have our fixed expenses, our savings, total combined taxes. We haven't gotten there yet, but we'll get to it. Then you have your percentages. So again, 57% is going towards fixed expenses, 20% is going to taxes, roughly 9% is for savings, and then you have a leftover income of 32%. And then you go down here. This is pulling from more or less your fixed expenses and your savings. So that'll showcase your break-even amount that you need to meet to not be in the negative. All right. And then over here you can see your disposable income, and yeah, 2,500, 30,000 after the year. That's decent, not too shabby. And then if you want a more graphical breakdown, you can just check out this graph right here. It's pretty nice to look at. Shows the same information more or less that this is showing, but nicer format. Oh, I kind of forgot about this part. So you have your fixed expenses, and then you can have a graph of your fixed expenses if you don't really want to look at this, you know. So that's that too. Next, you'll probably want to figure out a tax calculator that actually accurately figure out how much tax you owe. So you can more or less just find whatever source that is, insert the link here, and just refer back to it. And then after you put in your taxable income into that calculator, you can then take whatever value it spits out and insert the taxes for person 1 and person 2 right here, and that will more or less fill out the taxes part of the spreadsheet. So nice and simple, not as confusing as my other spreadsheet, which is more hands-on, a lot more technical stuff. But if you're interested in that, you can check out the Canadian Financial Planner. Yeah, there's that. Section right here is where you put in your vacation pay percentage, so you can get that extra, or you can include that extra 4% into your paycheck. And yeah, that's that. That's all you really need to know about the spreadsheet. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, if you want to buy this spreadsheet, links in the bio again. And thank you for watching. Have a good one.